Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with a new segment. This is my boy Griffin, a.k.a. Ginger. So we're going to bring these to you. We're going to try to bring it to you every Friday. We're going to see how this is going to go. But we're going to do Friday. What are we going to call this?
I believe truthfully it's going to be... Fuck, I forgot.
Firecrotch.
That's right. Firecrotch Friday.
Firecrotch Friday movie reviews with the Griff.
That's right. Real and true.
So, we have both seen Maverick, a.k.a. Top Gun 2. By far the greatest movie ever. Better than the first one, which I did not think was going to be possible. Because the first one was like, I wanted to join the Navy. My whole life was different. Because I'm obviously a lot older than you.
Yeah.
So growing up, it was like the greatest movie ever. I quoted it my whole life. My first car, I was Maverick. My best friend Cameron, what up, G? Was Goose. We'd race around town, and he would literally be my lookout like Goose, like making sure I didn't get pulled over. So this was my life growing up.
That's what it was. Like the first one, I watched the first one the night before I watched the second one because I hadn't seen it.
Yeah.
But watching that first one was like all the quotes, all the scenes, like when they're singing in the bar, and then he's playing Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah.
And then how they recreated everything in the second. My God, it was perfect. Wonderful even. Splendid. Yeah. Truthfully, it was amazing.
So see, you didn't have the emotional tie to the first one, like say someone from my generation would have.
No.
Because it was like, it's iconic. We grew up. I mean, there's not a day goes by where you won't hear people say a quote from that movie. I feel the need for speed, or like, you know what I mean? Like, do some of that pilot shit, man. Like, just all that dumb stuff, right? So, with that, you seeing it the first time and now seeing Maverick, were there any moments in the movie that got you, like, emotional or sentimental or like...
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, even seeing Goose die in the first one, like, even though I wasn't connected... spoiler, I guess, but if you haven't seen it, it came out in like 1984, so you're a little late.
Yeah, a little
but
late.
When Goose dies in the first one, you get emotionally attached to him just because he's a cool guy, he's a dad.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's the best. And then in the second one, when you see Miles Teller play his son, and they look eerily similar, and then how his relationship with Tom Cruise throughout the film, and just kind of seeing that like Maverick almost like in a way step into the role as his dad and trying to protect him and finally putting his trust in him and giving him that opportunity to succeed and do his thing and what he wants to do as a career. It's heartwarming. And then seeing the end, how they kind of, I don't want to spoil anything, but...
Well, no, guys, look, if you haven't already had these spoilers yet and you haven't seen Maverick 2, then press pause, come back, go watch the movie, and then come back and watch the rest of this. Because there's huge spoilers. So, yeah. So, there you go.
The last, 25 minutes of the movie was just an emotional roller coaster where you're like... It just tricks you into thinking, like, oh, no, okay, Tom Cruise is going to die. Oh, no, Miles Teller's going to die. Like Rooster's going to die. You just didn't know. And then...
Yeah. Oh, fuck, they're both going to die.
Yeah, and then you're just like, the whole time, I was looking at Frankie because he'd seen it, and I was like, what happens?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, we went and saw this together, by the way. I had to make him go and watch it because... Not enough people are watching it, in my opinion, because I've seen it 6 times. And my plan was to go see it today if I had enough time. You guys got to get the Rego app, man. It's like $20 or something like that, and it's unlimited movies as much as you want to go. Just literally, you can go over and over and over. It's amazing.
Yeah, you're probably making them bankrupt at this point. Like, you're responsible for at least like $1 million of the sales for Top Gun 2.
It's such a good movie, though. So,
it is. It gets your blood pumping because, like, even in the first scene, like fucking dude, I didn't even know what to think when they're flying and then Tom Cruise just splits up the middle in his plane.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just like,
yeah. And that was the cool part too, is that knowing that they did all the flying was like real,
which is insane.
Get to see real G-force. I mean, granted, they weren't the ones actually flying the planes, but they're in it, experiencing the real G-force. Those kinds of things is pretty dope.
And it adds so much to to your character. You know what I mean? From like an acting standpoint, knowing that you're in there doing that, it gives you so much more knowledge of like how to react to things, how to, especially the G's. Like if you had never experienced G's before and you're trying to act out the motions and the breath work that you have to do, it's almost impossible. But if you're in the plane and you know what you're doing, it makes it so much more authentic and real, and it adds so much to the movie.
100%. And the fun part about doing the movie reviews with him is the dude grew up in drama and like acting. Like that's literally what he does. You still do plays, right?
Mm-hmm. I just did a ballet. Which I didn't do, like, the dance. I just acted in it, but...
But nobody expects that from... How tall are you? 6'3", 4?
I'm like 6'3". If any cute girls around here, 6'4".
And he's a killer. The dude's a badass in the ring, too. But he loves drama. I'm 6 foot, 360-some pounds. When I was fighting, I was 300 pounds. Like, and I was in choir from 5th grade all the way through high school.
Right.
Right? Like, no one knew. Like, where'd Frank go?
In a tenor.
Yeah. And I just dipped in the choir class because, I loved it. But, yeah, so I think movie reviews with him will be fun because he'll have a different perspective versus someone who just, like me personally, all the critics and all those things that I hear about movies, blah, 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 I don't take too much to those. I kind of take them with a grain of salt because I like to personally just lose myself in a movie. Mm-hmm. I don't overthink things. Oh, that's not real. That one, I don't care. If acting's good and it's fun to be there around and watch, then I'm in it. Like, let's lose myself, stop the world I'm in for a little while, and for an hour and a half, forget about any trials, tribulations, stress, life. Just enjoy it. Lose yourself a little while and then come back to life.
Yeah.
Like, that for me, that's why I love movies. I'm a huge movie buff.
And that's a good, Top Gun 2 is a good one for that. Like, it really does separate you from reality for a second to put you in the mind of a naval aviator. But it is cool, like that movie specifically, and I think I'm kind of the same way. Like, I'm pretty anal about movies just because I feel like that's what they should be for. Yeah. They should kind of separate you from reality and, like, you if I wanted to, like, think more, I'd read a book. Yeah. That's why I'm there. And, like, that a good, strong acting performance can really make or break a movie. Yeah. Like, I think, like, The Dark Knight is an okay movie, but, like, the performances by the actors make it fucking incredible. Yeah, yeah. 100%. You know what I mean? And I think what's cool is, like, Tom Cruise, I feel like he got kind of labeled as an action star for so long, but then he is a very talented actor. He's incredible. And then in this movie, like, him and Miles Teller, they really do put up, like, their best performances.
100%. The parts in Maverick in this one when he tells me, my dad believed in you, I'm not going to do the same thing. The look of like, not just pain and hurt and in Tom Cruise's eyes is like, bruh. Like, it hurt to the soul. Right? Like, it didn't even look fake. It looked like, damn, bro, you just broke this dude's heart. Like, you literally just crushed him. Yeah. So to have that kind of emotion and to pull it from wherever the fuck they got to pull it from, it's, he's either felt something like that in real life or dealt with something like that. For him to put that emotion and make it that real, like, I don't know if you can really fake it. Yeah. Right? You have to find it somewhere.
And that's what's really unique about this action movie compared to, like, other action movies, is because I feel like there's, like, a difference between a film and a movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, a movie is, like, a lot of action movies, like all the Fast and Furious are like movies, but I think this almost separates into the film category. It's so beautifully shot and the actors are so intense and serious about their roles that they play them so well. And even though it's kind of like it's not a typical Tom Cruise action movie, right? But it could have been if they had kind of like taken it a little less seriously and treated it like a normal whatever Mission Impossible. But the roles are so authentic and they play them so perfectly that it feels real. Like, it feels like you're watching, like, A Few Good Men or Rain Man or something where Tom Cruise is just at his peak. Right. It was so good.
Yeah. What was the most heartwarming or tear-jerking moment in the movie for you?
I think when Tom Cruise is about to get absolutely lasered by that helicopter and the helicopter gets shot down by... Well, fuck, I don't know. The whole movie, I was, like, on the verge of tears the whole time. Because even, like, when you see Rooster sit down the piano and start playing Great Balls of Fire, you're like, But, yeah, when he comes back to save Maverick, or when Hangman comes in to save both of them, it's just, like, that, like, if I was wearing, like, a heart monitor for the last 25 minutes, you'd think I was going into cardiac arrest. Like, it was just like woo, 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 like up down, and I'm just like looking at you the whole time, like freaking out because it's like and then of course the music, like to take my breath away. And you're just like, whew, your heart just needs a break. There should be an intermission for that movie, just so you can catch your breath, because it's go the whole movie.
There's two. I mean, I made my own screensaver with the Top Gun picture, right?
And I put
the couple of quotes or the moments that caught me. There's 6 of them, 7 total, but one's a time. But the 2 major ones are, the first and the biggest one for me was when he was with Val Kilmer, and he looks at him and says,
"Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's time to let go." That one hurt me, like, again, because it resonates with me. Because when you're an athlete or you're a fighter, you're doing something and you can't do it anymore. how do you stop? How do you stop being what you are? Especially when it's the one thing you're great at, you're great at, and it's you don't ever want to leave it. You don't want to stop doing it, right? So when he tells him that, and when he starts tearing up, and he's like, "Oh fuck," he's like, "I just don't know how." It's the same thing. I don't know how not to do what I do. All of my friends who were fighters, they're all personal trainers or fighters or own gyms now because I don't think they can leave the sport and they have to be involved. It's a way to stay involved, right? Maybe not at the elite top level like they were at some point, but they're still involved. And I think it's just a part of who and what we are. So to hear him say those things and see those things, it just resonated a lot.
Yeah.
And I've seen it 6 times. Every time I see it, I'm literally, it's not going to get me this time. Nope, I know what's coming. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, you can't, I can't help it.
Yeah, and that scene is really a testament to how good, excellent the movie is, because I'd forgotten about that scene, and that scene is perfect.
Yeah.
Like, for that movie and for everything going on in Val Kilmer's life right now, like, obviously, I don't know what he had. Did he have throat cancer?
He survived throat cancer twice, but from what I understand. But he has, I don't know what's called, tracheotomy or whatever. So I'm kind of, guys, I'm not like perfect on all this stuff, so you can leave comments below on.
But everything it took for him to talk, just in that scene.
So he didn't. That part was, what do you call it? I don't know. He did a movie before where I think it was a family member or somebody.
Really? And they
they put it over him.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But even just seeing them together, and then when he finally, he asked Maverick, he's like, so who's the better pilot? And Maverick's
epic.
like, don't ruin a nice moment. Like, come on. And it is a really nice moment. It's just, like I said, it's a testament to how excellent that movie is, because I'd forgotten that scene's in there, and that's one of the most, just heart-wrenching scenes.
Because there's so many scenes, yeah. The second scene for me is when they come out of Coffin's Corner, which is in that movie. It's to do their mission. They have to go down, and they got to hit, some amazing 9Gs to get out of this hill. But when you do that, you expose yourself to land-air missiles, right? SAMs, whatever they call them.
Yeah.
And they're being shot at. It starts happening. They're evading, da-da-da. But there's a scene where the camera pulls away. Music gets pretty intense, and now you see all of the planes, all the missiles being fired, and all of them are trying to survive, and they're all yelling out, on your 6, on your 5, smoking. You know what I mean? They're yelling. And I think that one hurt me because I don't think we give enough credit to our armed services, right? Our armed forces. Like, I looked at that, I was like, dude, we take it for granted because we're not doing it, but there's really people out there doing that shit. So I'm like, oh, fuck. It was so intense. I'm literally in my chair going, someone's actually out there doing this shit. So I got emotional watching, going, dude, there's people who do this and don't come home. So all of our military, even the ones that, people make fun of, Coast Guards, all you motherfuckers, you also bad dudes. You know what I mean?
No, that's real. That's true. Because it's like watching that scene, and what was impressive to me is obviously, yes, there are people that are really doing that, but the communication that they have, it's like they have the same mind, basically. Yeah. It's incredible. Like on your 6, on your whatever it is, whatever they're saying, it's perfect. And the guy doesn't even need to look. He just knows to trust him and do whatever you have to do because he knows that whatever he's saying is correct. He just has that much faith and trust. It's unreal. And obviously it's a movie, but like I said, it's all just a testament to how good it is, because it really does make you believe that everything happening in that movie is actually happening. Yeah. And it looks so incredible.
Killer. Absolutely killer. It's such a good movie. So if you haven't seen it, you have to see it. These were just some of the moments from the movie that were fucking epic. It's not a full breakdown of the movie. We're just letting you know some of the key points, why we enjoyed it, why it was so good, and why you should watch it. If there's a movie you want us to break down, we will. Even telling you about that part of the military, I had to hold back because I was
I know. Choked up. My eyes were getting watery too, and I'm like, Frank, I'm not crying on your camera. I'll leave the
room. So I saw Jurassic World. He's gonna have to see it, and then we can review that one.
We love a good dinosaur, truthfully. Yeah. We love a good dinosaur.
Yeah. We can do past movies too, because he's young and he hasn't seen a lot of old school shit. So.
It's true. I just watched oh my god, I'm already forgetting the name of it. It's an iconic Dirty Dancing. I just watched Dirty Dancing for the very first time.
Really?
Yeah. And I remember because Logan and I had a little kind of, I was John at him because you guys did that Princess Bride video, and that's my all-time favorite movie. Great
movie.
I love it. It's just the fucking best movie in the world. But he was giving me shit because it's my favorite movie, and I was like, what's your favorite movie? Fucking Dirty Dancing. And then he was like, Patrick Swayze is a gift to cinema. And then I watched it, and Logan's right. Patrick Swayze is a gift to cinema. He
Absolutely.
is just...
Have you seen Roadhouse?
I haven't seen Roadhouse.
What
no.
the fizzle fuck?
No, I've been to Texas Roadhouse, though, and they're mediocre.
Watch Roadhouse. That would definitely be one we review because there's fighting and there's other martial arts in it and there's some crazy shit in there.
Oh, that would be fun.
And we'll see what you think and how we can break that one down.
All right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in. If you like the segment, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. We're trying to grow the channel, bring you as much content as we can. Drop some comments down below of some movies you would like us to review. And Fry Crotch Friday movie reviews will continue with Ginger. And yeah, we love you. Peace.